welcome back, or welcome to Antonia's Easy Nails. Today I am going to be partnering with the Beetles brand. They reached out to me to showcase some of their new gel polishes, including their base gel and their top coat. I will leave all of the information down in the description below. I will also pop up on the side right here their webpage so you can see it as well, their Amazon. Let's go ahead and unbox this on camera. There's two different boxes right here. By the way, I am wearing gloves right now just because I did hurt my finger. I do have a band-aid right there. The band-aid and the gloves will eventually come off. I also have this paper towel down because I have pretty much ruined my little or my big mouse pads. Let's start off with these little ones. The blooming gel magic in every stroke, 15 milliliters or 0.51 fluid ounces. Be bold, be you, be Beetles. And this is how the packaging looks. It has a little description of what this product is supposed to do. So basically, if you don't know what a blooming gel is, you apply it on your nails just a little bit. You do not need a lot of this type of product, and it blooms the polish. Today we'll probably do Ghost. Again, this is the packaging. Try to open it gently. It says Beetles, and it has their logo, gel polish, Beetles blooming gel. By the way, if you don't know, these are gel-based products, UV LED cured, so you have to have a light to cure these products. So the base gel in the top coat, pretty much same packaging all the way around. I'm gonna be careful not to tear my other hand up. Okay. There we go. This right here is supposed to be just a base that you use before you apply your polish. And then of course, a regular top coat is just something that's gonna leave like a shiny or glossy finish. And again, these both have 15 milliliters or 0.51 fluid ounces, just like the blooming gel. Go ahead and do the 6 colors first. To my knowledge, they do have all of these sets in a variety of different colors. So if you want different colors, again, when I link down these specific products, you can go through and see what colors that they have. It does say that it is HEMA free. Oh my gosh, look at the packaging. The packaging is stunning. So it does have the Beetles logo all over the cap. This is also 15 milliliters or 0.51 fluid ounces, although the packaging is of course different. On the side, it does have the Beetles name. Oh, by the way, it does have the number of the polish at the top. So I don't know if they sell these in singles, but of course, again, we're using the set. Oh, and I love the brush applicator. It has like that more flat applicator that's gonna make for like a smooth application. I don't like when the brushes are always just like that thick round. This specific packaging has 20 gel colors, and this is called the Cozy Campfire Collection. This is how it's gonna come at the top, and it does say Beetles on the side. This is the application guide, but we do not personally need an application guide. I kind of got the hang of how gel polishes work now. But this is the selection of colors, and this tray is hard. It did keep the polishes from moving around. First one we have right here is the top coat matte, the regular top coat, the base gel. So pretty much what we have over here is what I also have right here, but the size difference, the regular size is going to be 0.51 fluid ounces. This smaller size is 0.25 fluid ounces. And this is the size of the polishes, so 0.17 fluid ounces. So we have 0.17, we have 0.25, and we also have 0.51. When you think about the set as a whole and how much you're receiving for the price, I think that the sizes are excellent. Like, these are just the best type of trial sizes. If you wanted to just try a certain color and then, you know, go back and get a bigger color, then you'd be able to do that with this. I think like this set is so worth it. I was considering swatching these on some nails, but I don't even know if I want to I don't even know if I want to use them like that because they're, you know, they're kind of small. By the way, I don't have any nail swatchers. Never had any. I just use my regular nails. I'm not going to swatch them, but I am also going to show you guys in real time how these colors look. Burnt orange. So this looks like more of like a pinky tone red. Oh yeah, that's like a pumpkin orange. A mustardy yellow. Oh, and it looks just like the packaging. That is so pretty. So I guess that's more of like a khaki green. This is like a greenish teal, which is more of like in a blue tone family. It probably has like blue undertones. Let's move on to this. I think these all go in the same order. A95 is going to be a yellow, a mustardy yellow, but more so in the brown tone family. A bright orange. And I love that they have the color logo on the top. Definitely a neon corally orange, a bright red, a purple. Can't really tell what sort of pinkish red that is. Definitely still seems like it's in the purple tone family. A102, which looks like it may be a glitter because of the top. Oh yeah, oh, that is a beautiful glitter. Oh my gosh, when I put this on nails, I really do hope those glitters translate onto the nail because that is stunning. Ruby red. A103 looks like another glitter, maybe like an orange glitter. Oh yeah, so this is an orange glitter. A104 looks like a gold glitter. Oh, that is so pretty as well. That looks like that would be stunning for like a New Year's, an army sort of green. Another green. Oh, maybe more so of like a tealish green. Yeah, blue. So like a navy blue. Purple. And it looks like it has some specks of glitter in it. Deep brown. A110 looks like another glitter. Okay, so this is more of like a brown, and it looks like it has orange glitter in it. Maybe more of like a neutral brown, like a warm caramel. This looks a little bit more gray tone, grayish. That right in between of like a gray and a beige. Finally, the last shade, which is A114, is going to be the actual gray color. I put my nails down. We're gonna use the foundation base gel, and this is how it looks. By the way, there is a little scent, but it is not that strong. A medium consistency, not too thick, not too thin. Like I mentioned before you cure anything, always go under the nail to make sure that there is no overflow. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in my nail lamp to cure it. And I'm only gonna cure for 60 seconds. I'm gonna try to ombre too. So nails are cured. Let's actually feel these nails right quick. Oh, Band-Aid. They are still a little tacky, and that's typical with blooming gel, builder gel. Those sort of gels will stay tacky until you top coat. It should stick the polish on really well. I pulled out A99, which is the more red tone, A97, which is the orange, and A95, which is the yellow. Starting off with A98, which is this pumpkin orange. I'm gonna start off by painting. Let's see the consistency. So it is a thicker consistency. I like to use like these little tweezers to help me put it back on. You might need 2 layers if it's not self-leveling. A lot of times when polishes are self-leveling, they will even out across the nail, so then you won't need more than 1 layer. I'm gonna use A109. It's that really deep brown. I'm gonna try to see if I'm capable of using, not all shades. I mean, using all shades, like that would be crazy. But I'm gonna try to see how many I can use. Try to use as many as I can, actually. Let me go ahead and cure these. Start off with 99, then 97, 95. This would be good candy corn colors. You wanna just tap it just to make sure it's not as like liquidy on the nail. All right. Okay, so that's how it looks to ombre it. The shades are gonna kind of soak in a little bit too much. I think what I might just do is apply it directly to the nail. I don't have an ombre brush, but I do have one of these flat brushes. So we're gonna try to ombre this the regular way. Press it down. I went ahead and cured it. It's not the best ombre, but again, I don't have an ombre brush. And doing it with the sponge, you would have to create layers where you would cure it and then go back and blend it. Now I'm going to use the top coat. You want to make sure before you go in and start doing designs, you always use your top coat, because if you have to clean it off with acetone to remove that, you know, whatever you did, or alcohol, whichever one, you would best do it with a top coat as the base. It kind of looks like a pill. I forgot what movie that is, and I drew that movie on my drawing channel. Osmosis Jones. It looks just like him, the pill guy. And this top coat is applying thicker. Go ahead and cure this. I went ahead and cured these. I cured it for 120 seconds. Sometimes gel polishes, well, the top coat may need to be cured anywhere from 60 to 120. Could depend on your UV lighting, but it is nice and smooth. I actually want to go in with this orange over here. And again, this is number 798. And we are gonna do orange drips. And actually, what I did notice is that these don't say self-leveling. I mean, there's not that much room to say it and on the packaging, but these do say it on here. So it says long-lasting, highly pigmented, and self-leveling. And that's what I was saying about the other polishes, where they kind of self-leveling. So let's see, we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna drag it around and make sure it goes around here. Take that down a little bit more and then around here. And fill the rest of that in. And then round it out. Very easy to do. You just gotta make sure that the part that drips is more rounded off. You could definitely see that this is self-leveling just from the way that it kind of moves. Go ahead and cure that right quick. So let's use the matte one to mattify that one. Oh man, it kind of ran right there. Let me use a little bit more of that brown. Okay, easy fix. There we go. Let me quickly cure it with my light right quick. I'm gonna mattify the whole nail. I'm also gonna get some of 110 out, which is the brown glitter. Has the, well, it's the brown with the orange glitter. All of my brushes, look at these. Like all of them are just like so sparse. Oh, look at how good that looks. It's nice and mattified. Oh my gosh, that looks like a candy bar. And that's actually not what I'm going for, but that is so nice. Okay, so now we're gonna take the glitter. Oh my gosh, trying to make sure that this is still in frame and outline the drips. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love that. Now, of course, to top coat it, you just go back in with your brush and then go into the detail. But I'm not even gonna worry about that top coat right now. What I'm actually going to do is go in with the blooming gel, because I want to do some ghost. And for the ghost, we're also going to be using one of these shades. So we have 113. Too bad I don't have a pure white and a pure black. They have gray and they have that dark brown, but that can't appear as. So you can use the gray for like shading. I might leave that out. I really don't even want to touch it at this point. Like, I just love how that looks on its own. Okay, no, we cannot do that. We have to leave that alone. Look at how pretty that looks. That is too pretty to go in and use blooming gel on that. In a short, I created a book for the movie Hocus Pocus. I want to make this like kind of like a witchy sort of theme. It's turning out like candy, but to do so, we're gonna start with the book. Let's use this brown because we can use like those for highlights. So I'm gonna go in with 112. I'm using this card, and what you do is you apply the gel I'm using this card because it seems to be the best thing that has helped me and to make sure that the shades don't stick. After you apply it, you just cure it. Make sure I cure it from the bottom side too. Once it's pretty much cured to the best of its ability, you're gonna go under it and just peel it off. And it might still be tacky underneath. So then once you grab it, you just go ahead and cure the bottom of it as well. Now let's see, do I want to just fold this? Is it big enough? No. Just cut off the excess. Make sure that it's the right size for your nail. I'm gonna use it for the middle nail and see? Okay, so that's gonna be the perfect size. So I'm just gonna use some gel glue. I'm gonna take the paper, press it on there. Let's just use 113 in this case. And you can create pages. This would be best done with a white, but again, because I don't have a white or a black, we're just gonna use this right here. Okay, so now that I pretty much have my layers, I went ahead and made a book cover, and I'm just gonna glue that. This is how my little book looks. I did mattify some of the rest of the nails so that the book can stand out the most. I might use the purple. Did the O's? I think I'm gonna use 104, which is some of this yellow gold glitter. Let's do a line. Okay, kind of like an eye. That is going to be the book. Always make sure to top coat. You could top coat in between steps. You can wait until the last minute. But like I was saying, if you ever mess up, you always want that top coat just to make sure that you can go back in. I want to use the 102 shade, and I'm going to do like some blood drips. Put that right there. Then I might, just so the bottom is not empty, go ahead and kind of do the same thing, but make it go up. Just to fill up as much space as possible. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a witch, but I'm not gonna make her evident. This color, which is that deep purple with the shift. So this is how my witchy nail turned out. I did like a more like a silhouette just to make it easier on myself. I also kind of did her broomstick over here, but it kind of looks like a branch a little bit. Could have made the stick a little thicker, but I'm gonna keep it like this. Go ahead and top coat it. My fingernail, pointer nail. I'm gonna use some green. So we're gonna bring out the 106 shade from the bottom. Oh my gosh, that is such a pretty color. The key to sometimes working with gel polish, don't go overboard with the amount you apply. So you see how I'm like spreading it out. 105, which is a lighter green. 800 right next to it. I think they're like almost exactly the same, if not the same. If there's any difference, this one may just be a little bit lighter. What we're gonna do is kind of highlight. Okay, just like that. Let me apply a little bit more of 113 because we're gonna use this for the ghost. Let me open up the blooming gel. I'm gonna apply it, mainly focusing it towards the top part. since that's where my ghosts are gonna be. You don't always need to apply it on the whole nail. Keep that in mind. Let's see, should I start on this one? Yeah, let's start right here. Oh my gosh. Clean off the brush. And let's do it like that. There we go. Now let me set that right quick before it blooms any further. Blooming gel, of course, blooms really fast, so you just have to work pretty quick with it. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of this shade that has the glitter, and we're gonna use that for the ghost eyes. I'm gonna use my dotting tool. Had to do a sideways ghost because the blooming gel went crazy. Ooh. Take that up. Clean that up. Okay, I kind of tried to do it in more of like a Scream Ghostface sort of fashion. I mean, I already did Ghostface nails, by the way, which I was considering doing them in this video. It kind of looks like I gave them green arms or something, but it's supposed to be a ghost plant. So now let's go ahead and apply the top coat. I'm gonna take all of the glitter shades and apply a pumpkin. Okay, I'm considering the pumpkins that I did before, where I did a cat eye pumpkin with gold accents, and then I did a white pumpkin with gold accents. So taking that into consideration, that you do not need to do an orange pumpkin because the background is already orange. Should I do a gold pumpkin? We're just gonna go ahead and do it. Easiest way to do a pumpkin, by the way, making sure one is a little higher than the other. Fill it in. Oh, this gold right here is stunning. You guys see that? A lot of glitter polishes that have that jelly finish where it's very see-through and transparent, but you see that? Like, that looks like we mixed glitter in there. What kind of color do we get? That's another thing that you could still do with gel polishes, is mix them together. Yeah, so we'll go with that color right here. The mix of those two greens. Green stem. Work that into the pumpkin so it looks like the stem is coming from in the pumpkin. Don't forget to do that. And take this shade to outline. So this is how it turned out. I also did a glitter spider web. It's orange, the 3 lines going straight out, diagonal, then that way, and then gold and orange mixed together to do like the web design. So let's go ahead and top coat this. And this is how my nails turned out. Where are my rings at? You cannot. I've been seeing like everybody who's been doing nails jazzing up their nail looks with rings. And I literally only have like these rings and my Joker ring. So I'm just gonna use this. We have an ombre background, silhouette of the witch. We have an orange background with the green plant and the ghost. And by the way, even though this is not cat eye, it's glitter. When I move it, can you guys see how the glitter looks like cat eye? Obsessed. So we have 2 ghosts, an orange background, which is matte, with blood dripping, which is that ruby glitter. And then we have the book and all of the products that I used for the book, and you can see it lifting right here. I leave it lifting so it can like literally look like a book rather than just paper, even though of course it's like not paper or book, it's just polish. I give it that effect. But anyway, we have that going on, and then we have the eye. So it says Book of Eyes. I was going for something creepy, okay? I didn't want to do Book of Magic, Book of Spells, so I just did it like an eye, and it also kind of looks like a cat eye. I also added some of those white, beigey, it's not white, but the beigey sort of lines to give the book something. And then I also added a line right here. For this one, we went for a matte, an all matte look, except for this is the glitter right here. And then for the last nail, we did an orange background with the gold glitter pumpkin, and then it has like the black glitter lines with the green stem, and then an orange yellowish glitter web. This is how the nails came out. Tell me what you guys think. Anyway, let's get to the products that gave us these nails. We started with first, which is the foundation base gel. So this product right here really helped all of the products stick. Now, I'm definitely going to have to try this with different polishes because I want to know, would it help all polishes stick well? Because I definitely felt like these polishes, they're more pigmented with the base gel. But again, this is my first time ever using the Beetles, so I don't know if it's just their polish is really pigmented or if it's this base gel that helped it stick more to hold that pigmentation. Again, with the ombre, you just have to do layers of it because it's going to soak into the sponge, but we don't have time to do layers, so I had to, do what I had to do. But love this product so far. Definitely going to try it out with other products. The top coat, really, really good. This right here, it has a strong cover. Oh, I didn't use it right there, but this has a strong coverage to it. I think that these products will hold up very well. You just have to cure this for a little while longer. So it says 60 to 90 seconds. I would do 90 seconds plus on the top coat just to make sure it's really cured and there's no, what is that layer that sometimes top coats leave, like that tacky sort of layer? They'll just make sure that you cure it longer. As for the blooming gel, this blooming gel is really good. You guys seen, it did not take much. That's why I always recommend go in with the smallest amount of blooming gel. And if it does not have to go on your whole nail, don't apply it on your whole nail. Stop it where you need to so that it doesn't drag the ghost down, the ghost in this case, down any further than it needed to go. Because if I did apply it on the whole nail, I think this would have went a little bit further than I intended. But it stopped at the right spot and we were able to do 2 ghosts. Now moving on to the polishes. Let's start with this one right here. There's so many shades, so many endless looks that you can create. I used almost all shades. So the only ones I didn't use was 114, which is the gray. I didn't use 107, which is the blue. And I didn't use 101, which is more of that pinky tone. And I don't believe I used 100. You can get an idea of how all of the shades will look. And then as for the front 3, now obviously I did not use the base coat and top coat from here because it would be the exact same thing as these. This is just, a larger individual size, but we did use the matte coat and I love this. I want a big bottle of this matte coat. Do you guys see that? And another thing I noticed is that, you know how your nails produce oil and sometimes it'll smudge? Do you guys see how it's not even smudging? There's no smudging with this. It's literally still matte. And I do have a different matte coat from a different matte top coat from a different brand, and that one smudges, but this one does not. The gloss doesn't smudge either, but I can't really tell because it's, it's just glossy. But this matte one right here, oh my gosh, top notch. Highly recommend, and I want a big one of those. Moving on, highly pigmented like it says. This is self-leveling. You can see when I apply the orange, I think it kind of got messed up right here. You have to make sure that it's smooth before you matte top coat, because when you mattify it, it will show any imperfections, and you can see that there's a little bit more of a glob right here than right here, but it's okay. So again, this is self-leveling. It is highly pigmented. I don't know if it's long lasting because again, I'm just like now using them, but you see what I'm doing. I think I only use the orange and the green in here, but I do plan on doing a short, and maybe in that short I'll get to use all shades. But oh my gosh, 10 out of 10, would highly recommend all of these products. Both nail sets, these singles right here. Well, this is the only single, but this was a duo. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, thank you so much to Beetles for reaching out and partnering with me on this video. We'll have some shorts for these products as well. All links will be down in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I don't have no nails on here, but we're gonna do the outro anyway.